NBC's Chris Jansing joins us from outside Emanuel AME Church in Charleston with some breaking news. Details, Chris.
Yes, not only are police confirming now, Jose, that the suspect has confessed, but Craig Melvin, who, as you know, is a native to Charleston, is saying his sources are telling him that Dylann Roof almost didn't go through with it, he told them, but because everyone was so nice to him. This is not a surprise to anyone who has ever been to this church, and I've talked to many members of this church over the last 36 hours or so. Everyone was welcome, open arms, and we know that Dylann Roof, a 21-year-old white man, walked in there and in fact was invited to sit next to the pastor. So welcoming was this church. But now he is back here behind bars. He's going to make his first court appearance today at a bail hearing. He was brought back here less than 24 hours after he left this city devastated. He was wearing a bulletproof vest and at one point flashed a smile.
Less than 24 hours after he left Charleston in his black Hyundai, Dylann Roof was brought back on a state plane in handcuffs and a prison jumpsuit after waiving extradition, booked by the Charleston County Sheriff after going into a Bible study, police believe, intent on killing blacks.
Acts like this one have no place in our country and no place in a civilized society.
And for the first time, we're seeing what appears to be video inside that Bible study, posted by victim Tywanza Sanders. Check out the man on the right, who appears to be Roof. NBC News has not independently verified the video that the website Mashable got from Sanders' friends. This afternoon, Dylann Roof will have his first day in court for a bond hearing. Arrested after a florist on her way to work recognized Roof's car and his distinctive haircut from surveillance videos.
It's nothing to do with me. I'm telling you, the Lord had me where I needed to be on 74. He had me watching the news. He had me to see all that. He did that.
Police say Roof didn't resist when they stopped him in North Carolina, nearly 250 miles away from the shooting site. He'd been arrested twice before on drug and trespassing charges. Roof was convicted of trespassing while the drug case is still pending.
Do you have any indication how someone goes from 2 minor arrests to what is allegedly one of the worst mass killings in state history?
We'll try to figure that out, but right now we do not have answers to that.
At the church, a memorial is growing. Scores of people walked together last night to pay their respects. And William Gregory, who knew all the victims, talks of forgiveness and resilience.
I know that this is with these 9 people. With one.
Everywhere you go in this city, as you just saw, the heartbreak is absolutely palpable. And tonight there will be another coming together of the folks in this community. On Sunday, all the churches are going to ring their bells simultaneously to remember the victims. Let me just comment briefly again on the confession that police say that Dylann Roof gave. Obviously, this isn't the whole picture. This is just part of what the prosecution can use. It is not definitive, but we will have a sense as he begins again the first of his court appearances where this case may be going. This community says it is going forward. They are going to continue to come together as best they can in face of what has been this unspeakable tragedy. Jose.
Chris Jansing, thank you very much. And I want to bring in Pete Williams with more on the investigation into this tragedy. Pete, good morning.
Good morning to you, Jose. The confession will obviously be important to prosecutors, but they will also be looking at the hard physical evidence, the shell casings recovered from the scene, the gun that was found in his car. They will do ballistics tests to see if the gun he had was the gun that was used in the killings. That is a very straightforward process, and it will be an important part of the case. Friends have said that he told them he wanted to start a race war. So that will be important, too. In the meantime, they've been searching his computer, looking at his phone records, his email records, and at this point, officials say they don't see any sign that anyone else was involved in this plot, in this killing. But that will be something they'll continue for the next several days. Now, the big question is ultimately who will put him on trial. This detention this afternoon will be in state court. He's in state custody for now. But there's still a discussion between state and federal prosecutors about where the evidence best fits federal or state law. Now, obviously, South Carolina is a death penalty state. The governor has already said she thinks that if the evidence justifies, the state should seek the death penalty. But if he were tried in the federal system under the confluence of the hate crime statute and using a gun in commission of a federal offense, the federal government could seek the death penalty as well. But one of the factors that has to be taken into account is, what does the community want? Do they want to see him tried in their own courts, or do they want to see him tried in federal court? This is all something that's going to have to be worked out here probably in the next 24 hours about where he'll ultimately be put on trial, Jose.
Pete Williams, thank you very much. And again, a 2